Welcome to our Level Up training module on your game plan session. I just wanted to briefly share this registration information to make sure you don't miss out on any of the important and valuable support that we offer. So if you haven't already, please text the words level up to 651 504 1999, and you will officially be on the program, which, of course, if you watch the first module, there's lots and lots of benefits to that. So we're going to get right into this topic today of the game plan. How do you get started? And I want you to understand that there's four takeaways from today's module. And the first one that we're going to get right into is you're going to have a vision and a plan for how this can become a transition to freedom for you in your life. We have a huge opportunity to make a big impact on people's lives and on their finances and their overall freedom. So I'm really excited. This is the thing that gets me most excited. Of course, there's upfront money, but there is also a very, very strong back end passive residual royalty income program as well. So we're going to get right into that. The second takeaway is having the right psychology. You know, business is 80% mechanics. I'm sorry, 20% mechanics and 80% psychology. So, yes, we're going to give you the tools, we're going to give you the strategies and the how to's of the business. And thankfully, those are very, very simple. However, the psychology is something that always needs to be addressed for people. It's an ongoing maintenance issue with our minds and the messaging that we give ourselves. So we're going to just introduce you to some of the builder mindsets that we encourage on our team. We are going to cover the technical aspect of a proper invitation and what are the elements of a good, solid invite that's classy, that's fun, that's professional, and that draws people to you. So I love that topic. It's a huge one. So we're going to get into that. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with the actual game plan, the bite-sized piece game plan that I call the 2015 3 strategy. It is proven, it is a system, it works, and I know that the rewards of actually using this simple system in combination with great time management and blocking your time is going to provide the best impact in your business and the most accelerated results. So let's get right into this. Transition to freedom, you guys. This is where we're talking about why are we really doing this. And I know there's many people who just need to make enough money to pay for groceries this week, and then they're happy. And, you know, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. People need to get their basic needs met before they're meeting their aspirational needs. However, we want to visualize the outcome with you. And we know that if you make a commitment to be here a year from now, using the products, engaging with the team, and talking to people and using the training that we're teaching you, the end game is something that will blow your mind. And what we're helping people do is realize that their plan B, which for a lot of people, Valera is a plan B. It's something that they can do to support their main income. We know that a lot of people who are on our team actually have full-time jobs or full-time careers. And some of them do this full-time, but most people have something else that they're doing and they just do this on the side. We want to show you and work with you long term to help you create an income here with Valera that surpasses your career income or surpasses your job income so that we can have a residual passive income that is your plan A. What an exciting place to be. And of course, that royalty income is life-changing because we all get bills in the mail every month. They come month after month after month. Wouldn't it be great if you could get income in the mail month after month after month, whether or not you work? You know, if you want to take a month off to enjoy the new grandbaby, or if you want to take 6 months off to go travel Europe, wouldn't it be cool if you could have a royalty type income that just comes in no matter what, of course. So we're all about teaching people to have that royalty, the multiple streams of income, because what happens is once you can earn $1 more than your residual bills, you know, it's your mortgage, your car payment, your insurance, your groceries, your cost of living. Maybe it's $3,000 a month, maybe it's $5,000 a month, maybe it's $20,000 a month. I don't know, but you know your number of what it costs to live your lifestyle. If we can help you get your income to $1 higher than that, you will be financially free. and not only financially free, but you will have time freedom. So we are excited about that. So I want you to keep that in mind as we're going along this process, is we're really in it for the long haul to help people establish that type of business that can kick off money to support you for the rest of your life. And not only that, but this is multi-generational. See, our business system is a willable, saleable, transferable asset. So if something ever happens to you, it's actually a business position that you could will to your child, or you could pass it on, or you could sell it. So it's really incredibly valuable what we get to help teach you to create here with us. So the builder mindset, again, this is the psychology. I'm going to run through this quickly. In the 24/7 Advantage, Drive Time Advantage CDs that are found in our Team Google Drive, they really help drive these points home. So I hope that you're listening to those audios at least 15, 30 minutes a day while you're driving, because it doesn't take any extra time. And you can be super productive while you're doing something mundane like driving or doing the laundry or whatever, just to help you get your head wrapped around that true solid business mind psychology that is programmed to win. So the first thing I want you to have as far as a builder mindset is know that you have resources. And one of the biggest differences between successful people and unsuccessful people is that unsuccessful people, they never lack resources, they lack resourcefulness. So successful people are the ones that are the most resourceful. And they're the type of people that just say, whatever it takes, I'll find a way. So remember that attitude. It's an attitude, it's a belief, it's a philosophy that you can make it work. See, unsuccessful people tend to make excuses, and they tend to explain why they can't do something, while successful people, they just keep going, and they go until they find a way. And you have resources all around you. And we're going to help walk you through some of those as we progress through this training program. The tools that you have access to are amazing. And just like someone who's building a house, you would not want to build a house without tools. It would be very challenging to hammer all those nails without a hammer. So the tools give you leverage. They help you to be stronger and more effective and have higher impact and get better results. Some people think they can come in and just be the show. And I want to warn you against that, because if you make it about you, it's really hard to grow a business that's bigger than you. The tools give you leverage and give you access to a real way to communicate a vision that's big enough for other people to see themselves participating in. So the next part is the blueprint. You want to make sure that you stick to the blueprint, use the plan. You know, when we talk about the 2015-3 plan, I'm telling you that it's proven, it works, it's simple, anyone can do it, and it's scalable. It's scalable. You can make it as big as you want, or you can keep, you can adjust it and adapt it to your lifestyle and your schedule. Another part of the builder mindset is anticipating challenges so that you have the power to overcome them. Anytime you set out to do anything, just know there's going to be some challenges and obstacles. Not everything's a walk in the park, as some people's social medias make it seem. There's no such thing as an overnight success. There's work involved. This is network marketing. So yes, you are going to work. So one of the best disciplines that I can teach you right off the bat is that you need to discipline your disappointments. In other words, have emotional control and detach yourself from the outcome of the money-making activity, of doing the things that you know will end in good results ultimately. Sometimes people get really hung up, like, I have to get this person, I have to recruit this person, I have to sell this person. And that's the wrong kind of thinking. That's the kind of thinking that gives off the vibe of being desperate, needy, and unprofessional. So if you can learn to discipline your disappointments and just know that no matter what the next person says or does, you're going to do the right thing. You're going to keep talking to new people. You're going to keep exposing people to our concept and our products and our opportunity. This one, I hope you've learned by now in life that what you think about, you bring about. And this is true. This is proven true in my life and every area of my life. So I want you to visualize the outcome that you want in Valera. I want you to see the kind of team that you're building and understand that if you focus on things that are not going right, you're going to get more of that. But if you focus on what you want and stay in a state of gratitude and thankfulness and positivity, that will go a very long way. So the other part of the builder mindset is you got to stick to the timeline. We have a FastStart program, which is designed to help you accelerate your benefits in the month you sign up, and then the first full month after that. That's your FastStart period. So we know that people who work with us and compress timeframes, you could say, hey, I'm going to show 50 people this air purifier, or I'm going to bring 50 people to this event. And if you do that over the course of a year versus over the course of a month, your results will be vastly different, because when you compress timeframes, you're going to get an accelerated benefit. So we want to encourage you to really understand that slow is hard, it's harder, and it takes more effort. Fast is fun, because once you get to that point of momentum, things really start to click. So the first topic that we really get into on the technical nitty-gritty is inviting. And as I mentioned in a previous module, inviting is the number one skill in our business. If you don't get good at inviting, you're not going to have a business. You can actually be really bad at everything else that I talk about, but if you're really good at inviting, you have a chance. So great news. So I'm going to walk through some of the elements of what a proper invitation is. Inviting should create curiosity. A lot of times people are tempted to fire hose. They're tempted to give all the information during the invitation. They're tempted to impress people during the invitation. But I'm going to just tell you right now, what works is to create curiosity. Give them enough information so that they can say, yes, I accept your invitation, or no, it's not for me. And either one's fine. But you want to play to win, and you want to create some curiosity, because if you can get face to face, you have a much better chance of helping them see the big picture. And if they can see the big picture, we can solve some problems for them. Inviting should show enthusiasm. Now, I always tell people to be normal, but about 15% more enthusiastic, because people are attracted to enthusiasm. They're attracted to a smile. They're attracted to energy. So really, this business is just a transfer of energy, a transfer of enthusiasm. So remember, when you're on the phone, or whether it's in person, or however you're inviting, make sure that your enthusiasm is genuinely showing through. We have a lot to get excited about, so that should be a pretty easy one. Inviting should add value. It should have it in your head, have it in your heart, have it ingrained into everything that you are in this business, that when you're inviting someone to see what we're up to, you have an opportunity to inject value into their life. Because our team is all about win-win. We're looking for that situation where we can help someone solve a real problem with a real solution. So it's important to the psychology of you to understand that it's not about what can I get from this person when I invite them. It's about what can I give them? What can I discover about them that will allow me to add value to their life? So that's just a psychology piece. And also the invitation, this is where a lot of people get messed up. Invitation should be quick. If you're inviting and it's taking 10 minutes, that to me sounds like a presentation. And an invitation is not a presentation. Your invite should be about 60 seconds. It really doesn't need to be any longer than that. If it does, you're setting yourself up. You better be really quick on your feet. You better be really sharp. You better know just about everything there is to know and be a master at engineering conversations, because you can go down a rabbit hole and never come back. The goal of the invite is to get an appointment. So you want to just be quick and get to the point. Also be personal. I mention this because sometimes people are tempted to like send out a mass email or a mass Facebook message or a mass Facebook post saying, hey everybody, I'm doing this and here's my link, or hi everyone. And that's meaningless. There's nothing personal about that. And people get overwhelmed with messages that are impersonal. So to stand out from the crowd, take the time to pick up the phone, take the time to text someone one-on-one, and really make that personal connection. Having urgency is one of the most important elements to what we're doing. If you say to someone, hey, I've got some really exciting things I'm working on, when you get a chance, let's talk. Well, when you get around to it could never happen. I mean, think about it. If someone says, when I get around to going to the gym, it'll happen. When does it happen? It might not ever happen. So if you have some direction and leadership and an urgency, Joe, I need to talk to you this week. When's the soonest we can get coffee this week? Sally, I'm really excited about something that I just saw and I need to get your honest feedback on it. Where are you going to be Thursday after work? By the way, Thursday after work, where do most people go? They're at home. So you want to lead people, give people options, and be flexible. People have different schedules, but make it clear that you need to see them as soon as possible. And I thought this was kind of funny. Inviting should be inviting. Duh. Sometimes people get weird and they say things that make people uncomfortable. Don't do that. Just be normal. Be normal, but a little bit more enthusiastic. So your invitation should make people feel comfortable. And the curiosity is good. They're maybe a little, but obviously they should be curious, but they should feel good about the invitation. They should feel so good about it that they would feel comfortable using the language and the tone and the style that you use. They should feel comfortable using that with a friend, because when this thing comes full circle, if they look back to the invitation and they're like, wow, I could do that, that's going to play to your favor. So be inviting, make people feel comfortable, put them at ease, and be a leader. Show that you bring someone somewhere, and that puts people at ease. Now, the inviting itself should lead to a tool. Sometimes people make the mistake of inviting to lead to themselves and treating themselves as the message or the thing or the big show. And that's a mistake for many reasons. One, because it's not leveraging the tools, and you're cutting yourself short if you're making it all about you, and you're actually giving the wrong impression to your prospect or your potential teammate. So inviting should lead to a tool. That could be an experience. A couple examples of an experience would be like an in-home trial, letting someone actually try the air purifier in their home for 3-4 days. That is extremely powerful. So your invitation can lead to a home trial. Or how about this? Inviting someone to an experience like, come on over, let me show you what I just got. That's an experience. And at that point, it's not about you, it's about show and tell. Inviting should lead to an event. It could be a healthy happy hour, which we have here in Hudson every Thursday night. And you're welcome to do your own healthy happy hours. We can give you some structure on how to host that, or a grand opening event that you host yourself. So inviting should lead to something where there's people and there's products and there's things going on more than just you. It's a tool that you get to leverage. Finally, inviting could lead to another person. So this could be like a coffee meeting where it's you and your friend, or it's you, your friend, and a team leader. Or if none of that's accessible to you, you could invite to a press play video. And if you go to our vimeo.com/thehealthyhomegirls, you're going to see we've got the water demo, we've got air demos, we've got 3-minute videos, we've got 10-minute videos. We've got it all. If you invite someone to see that information and you properly set it up, which we talk all about on our Drive Time Advantage CDs, you're going to have a great experience, a much more effective experience than if you try to do this on your own. So here's a few examples of some invites. This is my favorite part. This is a 60-second over the phone invite. And I'm just going to read through it. I know it's a lot of words on the screen, but you can pause it here if you want to write this down in your own handwriting. I would recommend you do that. I would also recommend maybe you could take a screenshot, but take notes on this and re-listen to it and practice it. So the 60-second over the phone would be you saying, you're on the phone. Hey, I don't have a lot of time to get into the details right now, but Joe, I need to meet with you as soon as possible to discuss a new project that I'm working on with a group of extremely successful entrepreneurs. I know I can count on you for an open mind and honest feedback. What is as soon as we can meet for lunch or coffee? And then you zip it. Okay, so you did a couple things here. One is you set it up. I know I can count on you for an open mind and honest feedback. That allows him to say yes to the invitation without being backed in. Okay, so that's a really important. It's all about the psychology of the invite. You don't have to use this as a script, but you certainly can if you want. But Joe, what might he say? He might say yes. All right, cool. Where, when? Joe might also say, well, what's this all about? And at this point, this is where you're either going to face rejection or you're going to get a win. And a win is an appointment. Rejection would be someone giving you an excuse and saying, no, I'm not interested. And really, the point of an invitation is to get a face-to-face. So I would respond to that by saying, hey, Joe, I can't get into all the details over the phone right at the moment. Like I said, I'm a little busy right now, but I can tell you that these connections just fell into my lap. I think I'm onto something big, and I don't know if you're going to see what I see, but if you don't, it's all good. If you do, I think we're in the right place at the right time. Can I come by your place to pick you up Thursday after work? And then, give them some direction. So I know there's a little typo in there, but you get the point. The next invite is, if I ... would you ... So you can play with this and fill in the blanks for unlimited variety. If I could help you solve problem X, would you be open to testing a piece of technology and giving me your honest feedback? That's a pretty easy one. If I drop off a piece of space certified technology that could potentially help you solve your allergy problem, your musty basement problem, your mold problem, your this, your that, would you give it a test run in your home for a few days? So if I did this, would you do that? And it's a simple yes or no type of exchange. A business owner invite. Here's a great example. If I know a business owner, and again, these are people that I know. I'm not doing cold calls. I'm talking to people that know me and trust me. That is the best place to start. So if you call a business owner that you're acquainted with, maybe you do business with them, maybe it's a friend, but you say, hey, let's just say it's a car dealership. Hey, Chad, I have an idea about marketing to business owners in your demographic, and I would really appreciate your honest reaction to a piece of technology that I think is going to help business owners in the car industry become more profitable, better serve their clients, and create a strong competitive advantage. Can I come by the shop and take 15 minutes to show you this technology and get your thoughts on how to best approach business owners? Chad's probably going to say yes. If he doesn't, then the good news is you didn't let the cat out of the bag. You don't have to go into all the details. In fact, you shouldn't. If he's not open to that, you now have identified that he's not necessarily clued in to some important business things that we look for in potential business partners. So you can go retry it again and use a different approach with him, 2 weeks down the road, 3 months down the road, or you could just drop it. But if you think he's got some potential, I would stay on him and be creative about your approach and do it in a way where he's going to start to get curious. Gee, Lori keeps calling me. I wonder what this is really all about. I should probably just tell her to come by and bring this technology so I can see. This one is really fun. Of course, you would just use this with people that you know pretty well. Come over right now phone call. You can also text it, but hey, I just got something in the mail this week and I'm super excited to show you. Can you come over? And you could tell them, if you really want to up the curiosity factor, let them know, hey, bring an empty jug, or bring some stinky shoes, or this one will really throw them off, bring a load of dirty laundry. They're going to be thinking, what? Why does an empty jug for what? Well, you're going to let them bring home a sample of your living water. You're not going to tell them that on the phone. Just once they get there, you're going to show and tell. This is the show and tell invite. Uh, Bring some stinky shoes. Well, you put those babies in front of the air purifier for 30 minutes while you guys visit, watch a couple videos, and do a before and after. Do one stinky shoe in front of the purifier and one not. They are going to be, wow. Bring a load of dirty laundry. That's really going to throw them for a loop. Like, what the heck? Have them do a load of laundry and let them see that their clothes can be clean and fresh without harsh chemicals, and they can save $1.50 a load. This is like an awesome, smooth, simple strategy. I love it. So yeah, you have, what is it? I have to show you. I'm so excited. Can I come over right now? Now, if you're more of a texter and you know the people that you text with, I wouldn't text someone that I've never texted or called in my life, but if there's people in your life that you text, you might want to try something like this. Hey, Henry, coffee this week? I'm pretty busy this week, but I have time Thursday at 2. Does that work? Yeah, let's meet at Panera. Drinks on me. Cool. It'll be nice to see you. It's been a while. Yes. So I end it after I confirm the time, confirm the date, confirm the location. I say, great. Can't wait to see you. I've got some really big things developing. I'll fill you in on Thursday. So that is setting it up. So you're not just going to show up and surprise them with some, oh, I didn't know we were going to talk about business. You're letting them know that you've got something big going on. They're going to be curious. Between now and Thursday, they're like, wow, I really wonder what she's up to. And that's a good thing. You want that playing to your favor. So again, remember that the point of the invite is to get a face-to-face, and we want you to win. It's not about being a presenter on the phone and trying to impress them with all of our spiel about what the air purifier does or what results is all about. I want to keep this simple, okay? So as we move into the actual strategy, this is so good. Okay, so the 20-15-3 strategy, as I mentioned, it's scalable. So some people, they just want to make a little bit of money. Some people want to make a medium, and some people want to make a lot. So wherever you fall, this plan will work. It just depends on how big you want to work it. So my philosophy on this is, if you want a trickle of business, you're going to want to expose 15 people a month minimum to the opportunity to look at everything that we have and see an enrollment form. Okay, that counts as an exposure if you've shown them an enrollment form. A flow of business, if you want a steady flow, you're going to have to do at least 30 exposures a month. That's one a day. Can you get one person a day to watch a 15-minute movie with you? Pretty simple. If you want a flood of business where things are starting to get really exciting, you're going to want to show 45 people or more a month. Do 45 or more exposures in a month. So here's how the 2015 works. You invite 20 people and 15 are going to be reachable. Some of those 20, they're just out of the picture. Either they're totally not a prospect, it turns out they're not open, or they're not picking up their phone. So of those 20, 15 are going to be reachable. And of those 15 that are reachable, you're going to find 3 of those people that say, yes, I'm in. I either want to become a customer or I want to join the team and I'm placing an order. So the 2015 3, you could do that once a week, make a list of your top 20, and then do that, get those 20 calls in that week, or 20 texts, however you choose to do it. Or you could do it over the course of a month. But like I said, slow is hard, fast is fun. So I would encourage you, especially in your FastStart period, to do a list of your top 20 each week. Every Sunday night, I sit down and I make my list of my 20 contacts that I'm going to reach out to in the next 7 days. So make your list of your top 20. And in the beginning, when you're first starting, I want you to start with what we would call the lowest hanging fruit. Who would be the easiest person for you to call? Who are the easiest people for you to get in touch with? Who are the easiest people for you to invite? Who are the people that you're most excited to call? Start here. And once you get a little success, you can kind of build your momentum up and build up your skill level to make some of the calls that, maybe it's a little bit more I don't want to say complicated, but it just maybe requires a little bit more experience to navigate through certain conversations. So start with the easy ones. Okay. The second step then is to choose your tool and invite. So with each person on your list of 20, kind of have an idea. Am I going to invite them to demo the equipment? Am I going to invite them to come over? Am I going to invite them to an event or a coffee? What is my tool? And then choose, how am I going to invite? Either with that simple text messaging strategy or with a brief 60-second phone call. So that's the 2015 3 strategy. And of course, in our business, everyone's goal that is trying to build something significant is in terms of an organization with a large passive income. Everyone's interested in landing an ace. And I think it's great to think about this business as a metaphor, a card metaphor. You know, if you've got a deck of cards and you're flipping through cards, sometimes you're going to get a deuce. Sometimes you're going to get that person that's negative or doesn't get it. Sometimes you're going to get a jack. Sometimes you're going to get a queen. Sometimes you're going to get a 7, but you just keep flipping, 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 flipping. Why? Because you know that there are aces in the deck. So it is a numbers game. And I would say the rule of the game is to keep flipping. Of course, if you want to increase your chances of finding an ace, you should be an ace, because if you are an ace, acting like an ace, you will attract people that are on that same energy level as you. So again, I'm going to just touch on the emotional detachment from the outcome. Really important to do. Patience, persistence, and positivity. Those are all elements in the long game, the short term and the long term. Now, here's your checklist. We're just about done. Here's your to-do list. And I encourage you to just, as soon as I show you the checklist, pause this video and do it now. Get in the habit of flexing your discipline muscle. And when you get the inspiration to do something, you have about 5 seconds to do it before the inspiration passes and you have to wait again to get re-inspired. So take advantage of that 5-second window. You can pause me right now. If you're already thinking of names, and the sharp people, they're already writing them down. So make your list of your top 20 on paper. Write down their first name, their last name, their phone number. Take it out of your phone and put it on paper. Really important. Secondly, use your calendar. Look at your next 7 days and block some time. When am I going to sit down and actually send these text messages? When am I going to sit down and actually make these phone calls? Am I going to do it while I'm on my commute? Am I going to, you've got to put it in your calendar, because you can have this great idea and this plan, but if you don't schedule it, chances are it's not going to get done. So I like to block my time, my inviting time, and I say, all right, here's the time when I'm working on my list of 20 for this week. And usually earlier in the week you can get a start on it, the better. I want you to practice your invite, and it's okay to role play with a team member. And you can just practice going back and forth and throw each other a curveball every once in a while, because it's good to learn how to think on your feet and how to be quick and how to navigate conversations and help bring people to the point where you can best help them. You can't help people over the phone. You can't give someone a haircut over the phone. If you can meet with them in person, you can give them an experience that could actually have an impact on their life. So we want to make sure we do this right. Practice writing it down is helpful. When I first got started in the industry, I did a lot of practicing out loud, and I wrote things down a lot. And I'm not a big fan of scripts because I want to sound and be authentic, but I have used scripts before, and even though it's a little awkward, it's better than nothing. So if you need to read it, go ahead. I would encourage you to read it from your own handwriting though. Finally, text a team leader a picture of your top 20 list. I don't need to see the phone numbers, so you can cover those if you want. I just want to know that you've made your list of your top 20, and text a picture of it to one of the team leaders. And then we will schedule our first 15-minute mentor appointment with you to walk you through. You might have some questions after going through this module. You might have some ideas or some thoughts or some reactions, and we want to make sure you have a chance to talk with an experienced mentor on the team. And the first step in order to qualify for the free mentorship is just to do the first thing on the to-do list here, is make your list of your top 20. That way we know you're serious, you're excited, and you're on the same page that we are. So here are the people that at this point I would recommend reaching out to Doug Jackson. Hannah Hogberg and myself, any one of us would be more than happy to help you and mentor you. And we've all experienced residual income with the company. We've all experienced car bonuses. We've all experienced multiple vacation awards. And we are passionate about building something special here. So that's some of your resources. And finally, we really encourage the mindset of win or learn. And there's going to be ups and downs. Like I said, you got to anticipate the challenges so you can have the power to overcome them. But just adapt that principle right now. I never lose. I either win or I learn. And with that, we're wrapping up this game plan module. Feel free to rewind it, take screenshots, listen to the invitations again, and make sure to get that top 20 list taken care of so you can get your mentor appointment set up. So thanks so much for joining us, and make sure to get on to the next module, and we'll see you there.